Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about carbohydrate metabolism during exercise and fight or flight response. During exercise, sometimes we might experience muscle pains. This is due to the depletion of glycogen or due to the production of lactic acid. So, in this video, let us see furthermore about what really happens in our body during exercise as well as the fight or flight response.
During exercise, the neural signals stimulate hypothalamus region of brain to release CRH. This CRH then stimulates the pituitary gland to release ACTH. ACTH in turn stimulates the adrenal medulla for the secretion of epinephrine. The secreted epinephrine transported via bloodstream to the muscle cell surface with the help of beta-adrenergic receptor. It enters the muscle cell. Meanwhile, the triglyceride stored in adipocytes are broken down into free fatty acids and glycerol and transported via bloodstream. The binding of epinephrine stimulates cyclic AMP, which activate protein kinase A. Protein kinase A phosphorylate and activate phosphorylase kinase. This phosphorylase kinase activates glycogen phosphorylase through phosphorylation. The activated glycogen phosphorylase then break down the glycogen into glucose 1-phosphate, which is converted to glucose 6-phosphate by phosphoglucomutase. Glucose 6-phosphate can then enter glycolysis to form pyruvate, which produce energy for muscle contraction. In anaerobic condition, the pyruvate molecule is converted into lactate by lactate dehydrogenase, a reversible reaction. If lactate accumulates in the muscle, it can cause a drop in pH, leading to muscle fatigue and soreness.
In liver, the lactate from muscle cells is converted into pyruvate by lactate dehydrogenase, whereas the glycerol from adipocytes is converted into glycerol 3-phosphate to dihydroxyacetone phosphate to pyruvate. This pyruvate further proceeds with the series of reactions in gluconeogenesis. The glucose is also produced from the glycogenolysis of glycogen store in liver. The glucose produced is transported to major organs like heart and brain through bloodstream. In heart, the fatty acid from adipose tissue undergoes beta oxidation and glucose from liver undergoes glycolysis for the formation of pyruvate, which is then converted into ATP through Krebs cycle. In brain, glucose from the liver undergoes glycolytic pathway and the formed pyruvate undergoes Krebs cycle, which results in ATP synthesis.
Now, as discussed earlier, if the lactate accumulation happens in the muscle cells during anaerobic conditions, there will be a drop in pH, which disrupts the ion pump that affects the electron transport chain in the mitochondria. This inhibits ATP synthase enzyme responsible for ATP production, which leads to mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondrial dysfunction reduces oxygen utilization, which leads to low oxygen levels in muscle cells, therefore causing hypoxia.
During flight or fight response, the corticotrophin releasing hormone CRH from hypothalamus region of brain secreted, which stimulates the pituitary gland for the secretion of adrenocorticotrophin hormone ACTH. This ACTH transported through blood streams to adrenal gland and binds with ACTH receptor. This binding stimulates the production of epinephrine and norepinephrine hormone. The epinephrine and norepinephrine transported through blood streams to other organs. The epinephrine transported to heart cells with the help of beta-1 adrenergic receptor. It will enter inside, then increase the level of cyclic AMP. The cyclic AMP then activate protein kinase A and helps to lead glycogenolysis pathway for the energy requirement towards increasing heart rate and contractility.
Epinephrine transported into the liver with the help of hepatic cell surface receptor. Once it enters, it activates the G protein coupled receptor, which results in increased level of cyclic AMP. The cyclic AMP in turn activates protein kinase A, which activates glycogen phosphorylase, which is helpful in the conversion of glycogen to glucose. The glucose produced is transported to other organs through bloodstream.
The epinephrine enters the muscle cell with the help of beta adrenergic receptor, which is present on the surface of muscle cell. Once it enters, it activates the G protein coupled receptor, which results in the increased level of cyclic AMP. The cyclic AMP in turn activates protein kinase A, which activates glycogen phosphorylase. The glycogen phosphorylase is used in the conversion of glycogen to glucose 1-phosphate. The glucose 1-phosphate is converted to glucose 6-phosphate with the help of phosphoglucomutase. Since glucose 6-phosphatase is not present in muscle, the glucose 6-phosphate enters into glycolytic pathway and further leads to ATP synthesis.